whirlwind day. How do you feel you came through it all?
Man, past 2 days, past 2-3 days been crazy. But no, today was a lot of fun, man. Getting a win, and just the way we started the game, like, lots of energy, carried us out. Throughout the game, they made a push, they made a run, and we were able to stay strong and get the dub. So that was very important.
What was going through your mind when you got introduced in the ovation, people standing and cheering? How did that make you feel, and what did that do for you?
Man, meant a lot. Meant a lot. Like I said, I'm the hometown kid, and just coming in and like I said, trying to get a win for the fans, trying to win for the country. So yeah, it felt great.
What did it feel like at the line so late in the game, kind of the game on the line there? Were you kind of thinking like, well, first game, or you just ignore all that?
Nah, I was focused. I was locked in. Trying, like I said, coming here to try to help winning. So anything I can do.
You got a couple of opportunities in the second quarter, grab and goes and transition. I mean, that's been part of your game, obviously, forever. But is that something Darko encouraged you, talked about really wanting to see?
Yeah, absolutely. When I get in transition, playing my game, definitely was encouraging me there.
Talking about how crazy these last couple of days have been, but I was looking at your schedule in New York. You guys spent most of the month in December on the road. You guys are heading out, spending most of the next month on the road. Not to remind you, but is that just life in the NBA, or does this feel like a bit of an excessive stretch?
Yeah, man. I thought I didn't have to do that again, but those are tough, man. They're not easy at all. But if you fight, you stay together with the team. And as we're figuring things out, this will be a good test for us. So I'm excited to see, how we do on this trip.
Is it positive it kind of forces you guys to get to know the other guys for a while?
Yeah, absolutely. Spend more time together, on the road and stuff. And yeah, I mean, we had a good win tonight at home, but, let's see what we look like on the road.
It seems like you and Scotty have had a fun competitive rivalry over the years. Just want to know where that stems from, and you guys talked about that already?
Man, he's a competitive guy, so am I. I've always enjoyed, playing against Scotty. So playing with him and playing with him tonight, man, it was cool. I don't think anybody stepped on anybody's toes. A lot of people had a good game tonight, so that's what we're gonna need.
Did you guys cross paths at all in high school or anything?
Scotty? Yeah, we played against each other. We never played together though.
A bit of an off-topic question, but Tristan being back in the league, what have you seen from him this year? Obviously wasn't playing in the regular season, joined the Lakers for the playoffs, and now playing some real minutes for Cavs team. What have you seen from him?
Double T, my big brother. He's back in the league, and he's playing. And look, they're 18 and 15, so he's playing good minutes on a good team, and he's always been able to be a high energy guy, getting a lot of rebounds every time he's out there. You got to send 2-3 people at him to keep him off the boards. So I'm happy for him and to see him playing well.
What did he mean to you growing up, kind of seeing him, Corey, the route they took? What did they mean to you?
Yeah, him and Corey were like, those were the first guys. Those are the guys that, growing up, him and Wiggs too, just they made, my generation believe, that we can make it to the league. We grew up, we're like, man, we're gonna be there just like them, So Double T's been that guy for a while.
Obviously, two different teams, but do you think there will be any benefits to being in Canada leading up to Paris now?
Yeah, that'd be cool. You spend some extra time at home. It's not bad at all.
You've had a long career internationally and in the NBA, so a regular season game is not going to be at the very top of the list. But where does this rank for you in terms of such a successful homecoming game?
Yeah, this was special, man. This was special. Way better than any other time I've ever played here. So, this was a special one, and I'm always appreciate this night.
Alors, j'ai une question en français. D'abord, bonne année et bon retour à Toronto. Est-ce que tu peux me dire juste en français comment tu t'es senti pour ce premier match à la maison?
Ouais, j'étais vraiment excité. J'adore jouer au basket et jouer au basket en Canada, mais c'est tellement excité.
Glad to get that one over with and all the emotion of the last 48 hours.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy. Glad I got the win. So that's the most important part. The guys on the team, coaching staff made it unbelievably easy for me to come out here and play today. So I had a lot of fun.
How was it to get out there and play at a very fast pace with a bunch of guys you never played with before? Is it harder to do it when you're playing quick and trying to read guys on the fly?
Yeah, it's almost like playing pickup a little bit. But like I say all the time, playing with great players it just makes your job a lot easier. So credit to the guys on this team. They made it really easy for me.
Was there a single kind of message that the coaching staff kind of tried to communicate to you before you went into the game about, worst case, just do this?
Yeah, and it was just be myself. They wanted me here for a reason, and I appreciate them for giving me this opportunity. Take full advantage of it. Day to day, continue to get better, continue to keep working. But that was what they told me, just be myself, and that was pretty much it.
You guys are about to go out on the road for a while. Not ideal, especially for you and RJ, coming from a team that spent most of December on the road. But is there almost a benefit for a newish team getting to know each other to spend some time, kind of forced to get to know each other?
Yeah, a lot of time on the plane, a lot of time, dinner and things like that on the road. So just trying to get to know these guys off the court as well as on the court, knowing where they want the ball, knowing all that type of stuff. I think the road benefits a lot from that, so it'll be good.
Outside of RJ, is there anybody on this team you have any history with? Or run into in high school or college?
Play with Gary Trent, USA 17 under. Chris Boucher was in my agency last year. So a couple of guys played against Scotty a couple of times in AAU and things like that. So.
As a good friend of RJ's, what was it like to see him get that ovation and coming home and then the clutch free throws as well at the end?
It was cool. I know he was really excited. I know it was probably a lot of emotion for him as well. He probably had chills playing today. So it was good that he got to go out here and play in front. I'm sure a lot of his friends, a lot of his close friends and family. So that's my guy. So I'm just happy for him that he got to do that today.
The crowd was giving you a lot of love tonight as well. You wouldn't know, but this was the loudest it's been all year. What was the in-arena feeling for you?
It was a lot of love, man. Toronto fans, they're already special, I feel like. So just the way they've embraced us, obviously RJ being from here, but me not being from here, the way they embraced me, appreciate them for that. And the only way you can repay them is to work hard every day and get wins.
Immanuel, you mentioned sort of developing chemistry with your teammates. I'm wondering, going on the road, not necessarily having a lot of time to practice, how do you work through the kinks of developing chemistry, especially in like pick and roll situations, you being the ball handler?
Yeah, the only way you can work through it is really reps, is really experiencing it. Me and Jakob were on the bench talking. He was like, "What do you like? What do you like?" And I'm like, "What do you like?" So just being able to experience it, being able to talk through it, and just knowing where everybody wants the ball is something we're gonna have to continue to figure out.
It seemed like you were talking a lot to guys, clapping. I saw a couple guys fall. You ran over every time to pick them up. How important is that, sort of in between plays moments of being a good teammate?
I think that's just part of who I am, how I was raised. Is being a great teammate, being a leader any way you can, and that's what having a team is about. When your brother falls, picking them up, when they need encouragement, encouraging them. So that's something that I try to do.
You've been playing behind a pretty good point guard in New York. Come here and your starting lineup tonight. We don't know what the future holds, but what does that mean to you to have Darko first game throw you out there in the starting lineup?
It's great. Just the trust that he has in me. And I feel like I worked for it as far as, myself. Put a lot of work into the summer and want to continue to keep getting better. Watch the film, learn from tonight, and try to get better for the next game.
Might have felt a little bit weird, but it didn't seem to affect your game at all, and just a pretty good transition considering the amount of changes you've had in the past couple of days.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, part of the job. Come in, I gotta be ready. Obviously, Like for us, like all these games are important. We got to find ways to get wins. So yeah, I mean, I think again, like those guys, you know, they understand how to play. They've been in good situations in teams that played meaningful basketball, so they know, you know, what it means. And you know, they came in, they did well. So I think for me, and I think the rest of the team is just continue to stay focused and obviously like find a way to get wins.
Did you do anything in your game to accommodate them, or was it more just finding?
I think again understanding what they do best. You know, like obviously, Quickley was Immanuel was in foul trouble out there, but I think, you know, just understanding, you know, his speed and trying to find ways to get him downhill. Obviously his shooting ability, and RJ, you know, in transition, you know, like he's out there with the best of them, you know, like being able to give him space. And I think also the more he plays with us, the more he understands, you know, the reads that he can make also from drawing the defense and all those different things. So I think, yeah, there's some adjustments to be made, but again, you know, we're basketball players at the end of the day.
Did you feel like there was a bit of a different energy out there tonight?
I mean, I think, I don't know. I think for us, it was just like, again, these games are important. We got to win. We got to find a way to win. After that game in Detroit, you know, we definitely have to bounce back, and I think everyone understood that. And I think moving forward, you know, that's the type of focus and energy we need to have.
Is there almost a benefit in a situation like this, one that you just referenced, like needing to get these wins, but then also just like getting to know new guys to go out on the road and have a trip at this point of the season?
I don't know. I think it's, we'll see. It's important. Obviously, we know that on the road is probably the best time to get to know each other. You know, get to hang out. You know, I think we have team dinners and things like that. That's going to happen. So I think the more, you know, we get familiar with each other, and being in tough environments on the road, it brings people together for sure.
We spent a lot of time over the past couple of years talking about joy, probably more than we needed to. Did this feel like a really joyous night?
I mean, we got to win, so I guess.
Does your shot feel any different at all, or like when it's really going in versus when it's not? Or is it all the same forms?
It's basketball. At the end of the day, for me, like that's always been that. I trust the work that I put in, and I really don't think about it. And obviously, I know my strength, and I try to do that to the highest of my ability, and then again continue to work on things that I work on. And again, sometimes it's gonna go in, sometimes it's not, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but I mean, and that particularly 3-point shooting, we were talking about it a fair bit. When you're struggling in the last 3 weeks or so, it's been quite good. Did you make an adjustment? Did you kind of?
I don't look at that. Like you guys look at that. I don't look at it. Like I just play. I hoop. Like that's what I do, and that's part of hooping. You know, you make shots, you miss shots. Like, so to me, like I don't overthink things. I just go out there, play the game, and what makes me feel that way is because I know what I put into what I do. So, I'm always confident in that, and again. It's going to be games I'm not going to make shots. It's going to be games where I'm going to make shots. And I'm hoping that I make more shots. So, hey, it is what it is.
You played a bunch of minutes on a back-to-back the other night, played 40 tonight. Are you kind of comfortable with this? Like, this is in your
déjà vu, right? I think, I mean, again, obviously, for me, I've been in situations. So I understand what it is. And I know that, you know, there was a lot of emphasis on, you know, minutes and all that, you know, but at the end of the day, we got to do the best that we can to win games. That's the focus, and I've always been an advocate of, you know, giving everything I have to win a game. So if it's 30 minutes or it's 40, like I've always been comfortable with that, but also like I'm definitely mindful of my body and be able to take care of my body, and those are things that I've talked with my team and the people that, you know, I work with, just make sure that I still important. That's important for me too. So obviously we got to have a balance for sure.
Is there one that you prefer, what, 30 or 40 for your own mindset? Like if you had to pick, like in a perfect world, what would you pick for you?
In the perfect world, I want to be healthy and play games at a high level. That's my perfect world. I don't know what minutes it is. Yeah, I don't know.
Some guys thrive on playing more. Some guys thrive on getting longer breaks. I don't know whether.
I don't know. I think I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Like I just want to be out there. Like selfishly, like as just a hooper, I just want to be on the floor all the time. But that don't happen. So, right. So we'll see at the end of the day. Like I wouldn't say like, you know, like I like one thing more than the other. But again, I think my main focus is to do everything I can to win games, and that comes with sometimes a lot of minutes or sometimes less.
I mean, I guess you haven't been, as minutes have piled up, it generally hasn't affected your play. You seem to be able to manage a pretty good load. Some guys do. It does. Like they kind of they start sagging, they lose their legs, whatever it might be. But I mean, I guess that's just your regime.
I guess,
treatment,
right? I guess, God, right? Thank you.
Pascal, une question en français. Aujourd'hui, premier match avec de nouveaux équipiers. Qu'est-ce que tu as observé sur le terrain qui était différent par rapport au match que vous avez joué avant?
Ouais, bien sûr, c'est le début. Donc, avoir ces deux nouveaux joueurs, ça va prendre du temps à les intégrer. Mais je pense qu'aujourd'hui, ils ont fait du bon boulot. Juste faire des trucs simples. Et aussi, nous, on va s'adapter à leur manière de jouer. Et je pense qu'au fur et à mesure, ça va s'améliorer. Donc, mais je pense que ouais, pour une première soirée, ils ont fait du bon boulot. Et ouais, on va essayer de faire tout ce qu'on peut pour les aider et pour que pour qu'ils commencent à comprendre un peu plus mieux le système. Et ouais, ça va aller.
C'est le premier match de l'année. Est-ce que tu es du genre à faire des résolutions pour l'année? Si oui, quelles seraient ces résolutions pour cette année?
Non, j'ai pas vraiment y pensé. Et pour moi, c'est tout le temps, c'est la même chose. Hein. Je vais continuer à être meilleur en tant que joueur, en tant que personne. Et ouais, j'essaie de me développer tous les jours. Donc ouais, j'ai pas de résolution, mais à la fin, c'est juste ouais, continuer à être un meilleur humain et aussi un meilleur basketteur.
Pascal, bonne année 2023 et meilleurs vœux 2024. Je suis resté bloqué. Je voulais juste te demander comment vous avez fait pour faciliter l'intégration des nouveaux joueurs, parce que sur un premier match, on a l'impression que ça s'est déjà super bien passé.
Non, je pense que bien sûr avec notre système, c'est pas trop dur. Donc à la fin, c'est essayer de s'intégrer. Il y a des choses qu'ils vont apprendre et on va aussi apprendre des choses d'eux. Et ouais, je pense que ça va s'améliorer. C'était un premier match. Je pense qu'on a fait du bon boulot, mais bon, il y aura des moments plus hauts et des moments plus bas. Donc il faut juste essayer de s'intégrer. Et je pense que ouais, on va faire tout ce qu'on peut faire pour les aider. Les coachs étaient avec eux toute la journée, leur parler, leur montrer les plays. Et nous aussi, en tant que joueurs, chaque fois qu'on peut leur parler, on essaie de le faire.
Et le fait de partir sur la route, là, juste derrière cette victoire, est-ce que ça peut justement aider à, comme on dit en anglais, bound?
Ouais. Non, ouais, bien sûr. Être loin de la maison, ça nous donne un peu l'opportunité de continuer à passer du temps ensemble. Et ouais, ce sont des environnements difficiles en route. Et des matchs difficiles, ça aide aussi à rester ensemble. Et je pense que ouais, ça peut nous aider.
Darko, what did you like about the way the pace the guys played with, especially that new first few that started with 41 points?
Yeah, first quarter was really good scoring for us. I thought that the game tonight was a really fun game. Fun for fans, for everybody participating in the game. Both teams, they had stretches of playing really good offensively. That first unit there, the pace was good, the ball movement was good. I thought as the game was progressing, we had moments when the ball became a little bit stagnant. I'm not a fan of our 25 assists in a game and having 16 in the first half. I think we got to do a better job in that department of just moving the ball and finding each other, finding teammates. But I like the pace, and it was well fought game for us today.
You mentioned, talking before the game about the benefit of Quickley shooting, and there's a few moments in the first quarter, first half, where you could see that Yak got him for screens up top, and I think he found Yak on a pick and roll for a dunk, and just seems to create a little more room.
Yeah, I think he was pretty timid tonight. It's a new team. Obviously, emotions are running, and he really tried to run the team and set up teammates, and to just to find he will have to find a good balance between it, staying aggressive and scoring, but at the same time making right decisions. There were two pick and rolls that he ran with Scotty. Scotty was wide open on the roll. He needs to complete those passes, and that's going to be great teaching opportunity for us in video and in workouts to find the chemistry between the two.
You mentioned before the game that the rotation is going to be a work in progress for a little while. You 7 guys primarily with Chris's 11 minutes as the 8th guy. Do you have a target in terms of like how many guys you want to be using, or is it sort of going to be a game to game?
It's going to be game to game. We're going to try really to develop the chemistry and between the players, and really try to get to see what lineups work best, who's complementing who. We're learning a lot about this group right now. I do not have my set mind on is it going to be 8, 9, or 10, and I want guys to be ready, and I think it's going to be from night to night. And I think, we played 9 guys tonight. Ted came in there and is going to help. We're going to have moments where guys going to come in and play for like 3, 4, 5 minutes, and they might be playing off the bench, playing 20-plus minutes.
That looked like a happy night. A lot of high fives, a lot of encouragement. I saw a couple times guys fell and all 4 guys rushed over and picked them up. Did it really feel like everyone was together on the same page? That fresh energy that you mentioned before?
I think we played good basketball. I think that guys were enjoying playing good brand of basketball and just like cheering for each other. I think you could see the emotions. I don't know, because maybe New Year's, after New Year's, it was like a lot of crowd to start the game. We really liked the applause for our RJ Barrett Canadian coming back. I see that Canadians are really excited about it. So all of that together brought a lot of energy and juice to the Scotia Bank, and it was fun night.
And similarly, was that the loudest you've heard Scotiabank?
No, I was coming here with my teams in the past, and those arenas were rocking back. So we want to get to that.
Yeah, follow up. Was that the loudest you've heard it since becoming the head coach?
I believe so. Yes.
We're not probably get a chance to talk to you tomorrow, but speaking of your former teams, you're going back to see one on Wednesday. What are your thoughts on that, and what did you learn about yourself in your time with them?
Well, I was really blessed with the opportunity to coach in Memphis. I have a ton of respect for Zach Kleiman, their GM, and head coach Taylor Jenkins. We spent 3 years, me and my family over there, and I learned a ton. I learned a ton from Taylor and from whole organization. It's a very young organization. And I was really blessed with the opportunity to coach some of the young and up and coming stars in this league, and to in a small percentage to influence their careers. But it was a great time over there. Got a lot of respect for them.
Now you have a chance to coach a relatively young team here. You can take lessons you learned with that group in Memphis and apply it to the Scotties and that kind of thing?
I'm trying. I mean, for me, basketball never stops. I'm always learning. I'm learning this group. I'm learning every single day what we can do better. And I'm open. Like I'm not like stuck in my ways. I want to listen to my coaches, to my players, to get their input. This is not about me. This is about all of us together, preparing the team to be the best possible team on the court.
You guys leaned on Yak some more tonight. Is part of that like the addition of Quickley and RJ? Do you see that helping his game?
Obviously, after one game, all things that we're talking about, like in theory and like hypothetical, we'll have to see. I think that those guys are good players, and I think they're gonna unlock some of the things of Yak's game there as well. But I'm gonna be very open how I'm gonna be using Yak as well. Some nights he might play 3 stints and play some with the second unit. Some nights he's gonna play longer stints there. I'm gonna try to read the game the best possible way, and just to find the best matchups and the best combinations on offensive end as well.
You guys ran a lot of 3-guard lineups tonight with Schroeder, Gary, and IQ. I'm just wondering, the versatility of being able to throw out a lineup with that much ball handling. How does that help you guys, especially with the second unit?
I mean, in this league, you cannot have enough of shooting and ball handling and skill. The way league is changing it's more and more skill. So it's definitely a huge plus. And having those guys out there playing together, I think it's good for us. Immanuel had 4 fouls that he picked up early, so we were also discussing should we start the second half with him or not. But he needs to learn how to play in those situations, so we decided to give him a couple of minutes there, and then got him out so he can play more freely later in the game.
RJ had some nice moments in transition. That's kind of the strength of his. Was that something you talked about with him, just kind of getting him grab-and-go opportunities?
Absolutely. I mean, our style of play, and we want to be, in transition and to score a lot. I think he can do a really good job with that. I thought that he had a couple of really good decisions. I told him as well that that offensive foul that he picked up, that was a great opportunity for him to do Euro step. He's using his spin move really well. So I think, he needs to unlock that. And then, just like he came to me and like, Coach, what can I do better? Just have fun out there, have him play basketball, be yourself, and we'll be fine.
In terms of Grady, you guys haven't used him here in a while. How are you weighing sort of the decisions to keep him up here, send him to 905 to get some more run? How are you thinking through that process?
Well, Grady, last 2 weeks, he's on a special program, like with his weights, with conditioning, with basketball court. He's been doing a lot of work. He's been spending a lot of time on the court. We decided that this is a good moment for him to really focus on his body, and we made a really good plan for him. When he goes on next assignment with 905, it's going to be opportunity for him that everything that he worked on last 2 weeks, kind of like to put it in a game setup and play. I think that's very healthy for him, and definitely he's going to be back with us, and he's going to be in rotation and playing. He's the future of this organization, but he needs to check a couple of points before we really unleash him on the court.